So another question is also something what lies in most of us, and I'm just gonna speak that question out, which is a little bit more general, but I got this question many times, and it's lays within all of us. So the question could be like this: I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I tend to get discouraged if things don't turn out perfectly. Can you shed light on how Artmind Academy encourages embracing imperfection and using them to our advantage? Yeah, well, perfectionism. It's something like I would even call it a disease of our rational human mind. Because look around yourself, there's no perfection. Like a plant is not perfect, a tree is not perfect. We look at it as like, oh yeah, nature is perfect. No, nature is so much about trying out things, finding out it works or it doesn't work, and then trying it in a new way with the creative power. And yeah, we are always looking at beauty, and when you look at beauty, and there are these digital computer images where, and even before AI and all that, on all these filters, there was somebody who was laying over a lot of faces to make the absolute perfect shape. And what happens there is these shapes become boring, because perfectionism, or the absolute perfection, is actually boring, because there are no sharp corners, there are no edges anymore. Everything is polished out, right? You can also see this, for example, in fashion and in fashion photography. We still want to, in the modern way, we don't Photoshop everything. We still want to see this, maybe a little bit of skin imperfection, right? Because who are we to judge nature and say, yeah, but this is how it should look like, and this is how, yeah, the things should be, right? And then you put something very dynamic and very complex into a box, because it's like, okay, this is how, but how do you know what is perfection? This is something what we try to learn, or we got to learn, but we remove so much of what is actually the beauty in it. So errors, and you're gonna see especially in the painting, also in the photography lessons, that the errors, they lead to beauty. So when we create art, we are not looking for painting the next Mona Lisa. And by the way, Mona Lisa was for Da Vinci just a side note, something he would do in his off time. And we look at this, oh, this is the perfect. Yes, surely it's the perfect. But if you look very close, there are a lot of mistakes as well, right? And there are some over paintings. So on many paintings, what we look now as super perfect, when we X-ray them, we see underpainting, we see other paintings laying behind that, where the painter decided to say, like, you know what, I don't like that, I'm just gonna overpaint it. And then this step-by-step process of accepting imperfection, fixing errors, but these errors also lead you to unexpected outcomes, which are better than what you thought when you try to seek the perfection. Perfect things are boring. Perfect things are not life. Perfect things have nothing to do with creativity. Creativity is the approach to bring out something which is above our belief of perfection, of our belief of everything needs to be in this kind of way or this kind of way. It's outside of that. And that's why art is so powerful, because it brings us back to accepting also our own imperfection, also the imperfection in the life, or the imperfection in the world. And the world is not perfect. but it's also very beautiful. So we focus on the beauty of it. And this is also your process. You focus on the beauty and the creativity inside you. You don't run after this water on a waterfall, right? Because perfection will not lead you places, especially when you try to reach perfection. You will reach perfection in some things without even looking for it. And now I said, yeah, perfection, it exists, but the way to get there is not thinking about perfection. You will think maybe of some paintings and photographs some years later, or from your journal, about your thoughts, and you think like, oh my God, now I understand they were perfect. But how did you get there? Through trial and error. And this is how we are teaching also here art and the breathing techniques. And you're gonna see in the videos, I'm not always executing it in an absolute perfect way. Why should I? Why should I put myself into this box and teach again more this realm of becoming a master and all that? I think we are lost in that. Yeah, we are kind of hypnotized maybe by perfection. I don't know. But this is not something you're gonna encounter here. We're not looking for perfection. We are looking for the process, and we are looking for beauty in nature and in the nature in ourselves. And this is where this is going. And yeah, I also tried it. Also with this course, I wanted to make it perfect at the very beginning, and then I felt it's so much more difficult, and it doesn't give something to the world anymore. We have to overcome these thoughts, and I hope and I know by fact for many people this course and this practice already removed this addiction to perfection, and they grew out of themselves. And because perfection is limited, and creativity is absolutely unlimited.